Alright, what is happening? So we have some cool things to talk about in the topic of buffs and nerfs. Some characters are getting buffs, some are getting nerfs. There's also or cosmetic. So Scott Gandy on Twitter goes into depth about talking about these nerfs, and he was talking about Shaq and they're actually giving him a buff, which is kind of crazy. Time of his ability is getting doubled, which means that you're going to be able to activate it and not just wait out his ability or for it to go down, so it gives you a better chance. I mean, I get where we're coming from with this. I just don't think it was needed, especially doubling the time of it. It's quite an intense thing to do. Like, especially for a character that on console gets played quite a lot. Oh, the hip fire! I mean, I can see why they did it, I just don't think it was needed. I think maybe he's like the second best aggressive character other than Lancer right now. I need to also wait to see how this plays. I'll actually maybe make a video playing them just to see how this is going to work. I think. But yeah. They also put up an image of their player identity because in the battle pass they actually said that they were supposed to bring it out, and then they updated their battle pass and it wasn't even in it, so a lot of people called them out and I totally didn't even notice. I think these look super cool, and you're going to be able to have, for me, I can't wait to see the Lancer one. All got their own colours, all coordinating. So Lancer, I don't actually know what colours she'll have. Phantom one's probably the coolest. I can't wait for that to come out. Anvil's getting an insane nerf. Now, I think this is pretty crazy. This will all come out in the next big update, hopefully with rank and the new map player identity, which will also include your mastery rewards too. It's no longer immune to EMPs and slows, which is huge, which means that you're going to be able to slow Anvils down. He was probably the best character for holding objectives, bar Vi. He was the only really counter to Vi's traps, and I think they've took that away. And it's always good to have a character that directly counters another one. I think that's what Harriers have always been good for. But what's happening here? I swear he just spawned in front of me, but we're not going to talk about it. Rona's remove 6 cents, now has tracker rounds, but this is her main one now. I actually agree with this. I don't think Ronan as a character is broken. I think her ult is just a little bit too powerful at the moment. Her ult ballistic knife proximity damage is reduced from 125 to 100. It just means if you've got the harden perk on, this makes it so you can counter with certain characters, like what Glitch is going to have harden now. Your Scorch is going to be able to directly counter her. Characters that are going to be able to counter, so she's not going to be able to get as much kills. Also as well, we have our first image of ranked in the game, which should hopefully come in this next update. So this gets me kind of super excited. This will get the whole community excited. So as you can see here, it's obviously in beta testing right now, so it's really close to coming out, which gold usually is in the middle of rank. So this guy's just hit gold plus 24 points. Don't know how it's going to work, so obviously got 24 points for winning, for playing well, whatever. That's our first look at rank. Rank will probably come in the next update. Scott Gandy also put up a Twitter poll saying choose my next dev topic. As you can see, Models on C4 are way overpowered in this game, and this is like I think this is their very first big nerfs and buffs update that I think they'll bring out. We've also got SMG balance in there. SMGs I think aren't perfect in the state, but they're very powerful and they kind of run this game. But it's a good thing because the maps are close range, they do what they're supposed to do. The only thing I would say is maybe the damage fall off range is a bit too much. But then again, it's not that bad that I think it needs an insane nerf. I just hope they don't nerf it to the ground, because they seem to be over nerfing or over buffing things. Yeah, they could be doing with a little bit of tweaking around. Shaq was my main before I found Lancer, and he was fine. Maybe on PC it's a bit different. pretty excited for this next update. I think this next update is going to be a big one of the bigger ones. Hopefully they just release ranked. That's been today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.